Okay, so see, we have discussed about the zero force member in the last lecture. So let us review some of the basic concepts of zero force members. Now see, we have seen certain case studies for the zero force members, right? Okay, so the first case study was something like this. Case study number one. If two non-collinear members form a truss joint rather, and no external loads are acting on the truss, acting on the joint rather, the members must be a zero force members. So we had discussed in details. I will just give you an example. So the first case, that is two non-collinear members from a truss joint, the example was something like this, which we had seen few lectures back. This was a typical truss which we had seen. Let us name it. Suppose a load is acting at this point. Suppose this was your truss. So the two non-collinear members are meeting at point C. Suppose it is meeting at point C. Okay. So if you draw the FBD of point C, what you will get? You will get something like this. This was your point C, and this force will be equal to F of CD. This force will be equal to F of CB. Okay. Now if you take this as the y axis and take this as your x axis, now you just apply the equilibrium condition, summation of fx equal to 0. So here you will get FCB is the force acting in the x direction, FCB is equal to 0. You just apply summation of Fy equal to 0. What you will get? FCD is equal to 0. This was one case study. Okay. So see, this is the, if two non-collinear members, either this member and this member at point C, and there are no loads which are acting on the joint, members must be a zero force member. Now see, in this problem, in this case study only, there are one more joint, that is joint A. At joint A also you see these two members are meeting at joint A, and at joint A there is no load and support reaction. So there are one more condition, that is there are no external loads plus no supports. At joint A and C you can see there are no supports, but there are support at E and D. So this kind of joint, these members will be a zero force members. Okay, so we have seen about joint C. You can see about joint A as well. So we'll just quickly show you about the joint A. See, if you draw the FBD of joint A, it is something like this. This is joint A. This is AE. Okay. This is your AB, force AB. Okay. And suppose this is the angle theta. So consider this as the y axis and this as the x axis. So this is the FBD of joint A. Okay. Now you just have to divide this component, that is this one will be FAB into sine theta and this one will be FAB into cos theta. If you just divide it in both the component, and this will be sine component, right? So if you quickly do summation of Fy is equal to 0, if you just quickly substitute, that is FAB sine theta, because this is the only component acting in the y direction, is equal to 0. Now see, theta has some definite values, so sine theta can't be 0. Then FAB must be equal to 0, because something multiplied by 0 is 0 to hold this expression true, right? So FAB is a 0 force member. So it is clear? Okay. So what we get from here, that is FAB is a 0 force member. Okay. Now just you consider this joint, that is at summation of Fx equal to 0. There is only one force acting in the x direction. Okay. So that is the this one, that Fx equal to 0. So what we will get? We will get minus F of AE, that is AE is going in the negative x direction. Okay. And plus F AB into cos component, F AB into this cos theta you will get. But we know that FAB is equal to 0, so this term will be equal to 0. So you will get FAE equal to FAE is also equal to 0. That is AB and AE both are 0 force member. That is AB and AE both are your 0 force member. Okay, so clear? I think this case study is clear to all of you. Two non-collinear members form a truss joint and there are no external loads or support. No support also. This is very important. No support. Then both these members will be a 0 force member. Clear? Okay. Now let us move on to the case 2, which we have studied recently. Maybe in the last class itself we had studied the case 2. So what you will get, the case 2 was something like this, that if three members form a truss joint where two of the members are collinear, then the third member must be a 0 force member. So two of the members are collinear, the third member must be a 0 force member. Okay, you just quickly we will see the case study which we had done. for this problem, this was your triangle and this was the support. So let us name it. Suppose a load is acting. Okay. So you can take, let us take joint D. You see that joint D, the two collinear members are FCD and FDE, and the non-collinear member is FDF, right? So FDF must be a zero force member. FDF must be a zero force member. Clear? So how? Just take the point D. Just you do over here. You can just draw the FBD. This is the FDF. This is your FDE. FDC. Okay. You just take this as the x-axis and this as the y-axis. Okay, now just you do summation of Fy is equal to 0. So there is only one component, FDF will be equal to 0. So I think it is clear about the joint D. Okay, now if we want to quickly see one more force, one more joint is there, that is joint F. What will be the case at joint F? Let us see quickly. At joint F also there is a similar condition is there at joint F. See, now at joint F, if you just draw the free body, what you will get? This is the FE, right? FE. Now this is your FDF. This is your axis, maybe y axis. This is the x axis. Okay. Now this, in this direction you will be having FG, and one more is this one, FCF, right? Okay, let us take this angle as theta. This is your theta. Okay, now here if you just simply you do that, these two members are the collinear members, so then this third member will be equal to, will be a zero force member. Okay, so just you do this condition, summation of all the force acting in the y direction is equal to 0. So the force, we will have the y direction, that is the sine component of FCF we will be getting, right? This is the angle theta, so this will be the sine component and this will be the cos component. So FCF sine theta equal to 0. Theta is having some definite value, so sine theta can't be 0, so this must be equal to 0, so that this equation will hold true. So FCF we are getting equal to 0. So I hope this case study is also clear to all of you, right? Okay, now we'll just quickly we can discuss some problems, okay, in the next video. So this was about a 2 case study for the zero force member. Thank you.